welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you here because today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics. This week we are covering great Feng Shui artwork. So this honestly is such a powerful topic and something that I teach big long classes on in my PowerHouse program. So I can't wait to share more with you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And of course, hit that bell so that you will get notified every single time a new video gets released in my channel. So, what's the very first thing that I get my clients to do when we start looking at the artwork in their homes? The very first thing that I get clients to do is think about, what do you want? And you're like, what do I want connect to artwork in my home? Well, my whole thing behind artwork in your home is the fact that your house can become a vision board for your future. Yes, think about that. We all know and we've heard about the power of vision boards, but let's use the walls of your home to really anchor in your dreams, your intentions, and what it is that you want. So, first thing to do is get a pen and paper out and start journaling. What do you want? Then start to think about the artwork on your walls. So give yourself a chance to walk around your house as it is right now and look at every single piece of art. What does it say about you? What does it say about your intentions for your future? Or are the pictures a little bit dull, dour, sorrowful, sad, turbulent? Like, what do you feel when you look at each one of those pictures on your walls? Because guaranteed it may be mirroring something back in your life of what's going on right now. I remember one of my clients had a big picture of a storm in her family area, and when she joined my program, she did the exact exercise I'm after just sharing with you and realized that this storm had been there since she'd moved in. And since she'd moved into that house, she had such a turbulent relationship with all of her family. And hey, oh my God, she was like, that's it, it's gone. She got rid of it and was instantly, completely surprised with the shift of energy and with all the relationships in her family. So first thing is move around your house and see what is the art saying. Second of all, does it represent where you're going or where you were? Sometimes our homes can be almost like a shrine to the past, and the artwork is all like memories as opposed to future pacing. So I'm going to give you an example of my own house. So I'm standing here in our kitchen right now and living and dining room, and over to the right I have a picture that says adventure. One of myself and Ken's favorite and kind of biggest visions is and values is freedom and adventure. So we have a big poster that affirms adventure. But not only that, the backdrop is New York. So it's all of the skyscrapers of New York. What does that say about us? One, we absolutely love New York, and someday in the future we hope to live there. Yes, so it's like part of our future. I also have some palm trees in Los Angeles, and we have some beautiful pictures of some little monks that kind of really connect with spirituality and community. That's just in this space alone. So it's like you get to choose what art feels good for you. Now, the next thing I love to talk about when it comes to art is just some standard do's and don'ts. So you've heard me talk about the don't have turbulent water in any part of your home. Like, we don't want stormy, rocky weather in our lives. Like, we want smooth sailing. Like, that's a really important thing. So if you start to look around your house, we want images of uplifting, growth, flourishing, blooming, happiness, joy, success. All of those kind of images are going to really make a big impact on our lives. And you might be thinking, why is Patricia so excited about Feng Shui and art? Well, I have a funny story for you. So a couple of years ago, I was redecorating our bedroom. And it was the first time I'd really redecorated our master bedroom. So we were redecorating the master bedroom and upstairs, and at the end of our bed, there's the perfect space for a painting. And I said to Ken, I'm going to get a beautiful picture of a couple because obviously I want to affirm our relationship, and that's a good thing to have in your bedroom, a picture of a couple that represents the kind of relationship that you want. So I found this beautiful painting of this couple, and it was a woman leaning up to a man, and she had a beautiful red coat. Her red coat was was like identical to a red coat that I actually owned. And it reminded me of my first date with Ken, where we met in central Dublin and kind of like all around the big city. So I was like, that reminds me of our first date, which was like really positive start to our relationship. So I hung it up on the wall, did not think anything about it. I love my new room, and my friend came to visit. And when she came to visit, I was showing her my new room, and I'm like, look at, she's like, oh my God, look at the painting. Look at Marley. And I was like, what? And I looked at the picture. I had never seen this fully in the picture, but there's this couple, and the woman on the end has a little dog at the end of the lead. And literally a few weeks after I had put that picture up, I ended up getting a dog that was identical to this little dog that was on the picture with the same curly tail. So that was such a huge aha for me. And I've seen it time and time again for my clients when they put images up that they really want to call in, they see unfold, but also beware of the things you don't see in the artwork. I didn't see the little dog, and I ended up with the little dog because subconsciously it is being fed into our brain every single day. OMG, yes. So be really mindful and move around your house and check all of that art. Now, the next thing we want to talk about just in terms of positioning of art is just make sure we don't have any pictures hanging over your head in your bed, because that can feel like really just like create a kind of like a fear, like it could fall off the wall and hit your head at night. So we don't want that. But also any kind of images that are over your head at night will be infecting your dreams. I've had a client who had a big galloping horse over her head at night. And I said, is your brain racing at night? She's like, how did you know? And I said, well, there's a horse racing over your head. So like, obviously there's this energy of like racing over her head. So when we look at art in our houses, I want you to start to really drop into your desires. Number one, look at each piece of art and see how it inspires you. How does it make you feel? And try and avoid anything that feels low, unhappy, heavy, dark. Unless it has a very positive emotional connection with you. So other than that, start thinking about what you want and get those desires up on the walls or representations of them. So I've got one final example, and it is one of a client of mine. When I arrived to her house for a final consultation, she had just these beautiful pictures on her wall, and it was these kind of like her theme of her room was very Art Deco. And I saw this beautiful two propeller planes, like vintage propeller planes were on the art. It's like, wow, beautiful. And I had to talk to her about picking art that was aligned with her vision and her goals. And I asked her, I was like, tell me about this art. She said, well, this is my new beginnings area. This is where I want to propel ahead. And I thought, wow, there you go. So every time she saw that picture, she was seeing herself starting to fly. For us, we just saw beautiful planes that matched in the decor of our home. So you can really go deep with this topic, and I absolutely love it. So I have an incredible guide for you that is a checklist that's going to show you room by room what exactly you can be doing to improve the flow of energy and activate Feng Shui in your home. This guide and checklist is usually just for my clients, so you're in luck that you'll be able to get it today as a gift from me. You can grab that guide at patricialohan.com/checklist. And that will move you through every single room to feng shui your space and get that flow of all the things that you want coming into your life, easy peasy. So happy feng shuiing. I can't wait to see and hear what your comments are about your artwork. And if you have any specific piece of art you've questioned about, feel free to pop them in the comments.